Hey guys, I'm Dupree, and today I'm teaching you how to do a power draw shot. Now, what a power draw is just drawing the cue ball back a far distance. So say we're shooting the 2 and we want to shoot the 3 next, and it's down here on this rail. So we need the cue ball to be in this area. I did a video on this before, but I feel like this one will do better since I can now tell you pretty much exactly where I'm going to hit. If I can find my iCue. Since I have the iCue training ball now, I can show you exactly where I'm hitting, which would be exactly right there, the B below center, for this first example at least. So, the key elements of a power draw. 3 L's, as Jennifer Beretta teaches it. Low, level, and I think the other one is loose wrist. So low, level, or loose wrist. And she didn't really say follow through, but that is the most important part of a draw shot. The follow through. So when, imagine the cue ball is right here. When we hit below center, we're going to follow through all the way. But make sure your elbow doesn't drop too much. And if your elbow does drop a lot, make sure your tip stays low. Follow through like that. If you really need to draw back a lot, your elbow has to drop. But for this, we should just be able to just flick our wrist. If your elbow does drop, watch how the tip goes when the elbow drops. See how the tip goes up at the end? So that's hitting above center on the cue ball instead of below center. And if you do that, it just stops the cue ball. So you're not really getting any draw action on that shot at all. So it's very, very important that you don't drop your elbow and you follow through. So one of the most important things, obviously the most important thing, is hitting low on the cue ball, because if you don't hit low enough, you're not going to draw back far enough. You're going to need to hit pretty hard for this shot, and we're just going to use a loose wrist. Not too loose to where your cue goes all out of whack, but good loose wrist, only 2 fingers gripping the back of the cue, and it's just a flick of the wrist. It should be like that. So don't tense up on your cue. That really just takes away the spin and makes you want to force it, and it stresses your body out. Other thing, make sure you're chalked up, because if you're not, when you hit below center, it'll jump like that. So make sure you're chalked up, and make sure you're not hitting too low to where it jumps like that. Another thing, level cue. The more elevated your cue is, the less you're going to draw back. So we're going to try to keep our cue like 0 degrees elevation. We want to keep our cue like that. It'll probably be a little bit elevated so our hand doesn't run into this rail right here. So chalk up, follow through, loose wrist, level cue, hit really low on the cue ball. It's just really just a flick of the wrist, and you should be able to draw that cue ball back pretty much as far as you want. So now we have a great shot on this 3. Another power draw technique. We're going to hit low left this time. This is probably the most useful one here. Low left, about here. We're hitting about here. If you hit below this B, this is your miscue zone. This is where you're going to miscue. This is where you're going to jump the ball instead of drawing it. So low left, help spin this cue ball off that rail and up here for the 3. We're going to loose wrist, level cue, low left on the cue ball, follow through. Also stay down on your shot. Use a closed bridge. Now you can draw over there for that 3. So very, very, very common shots that you need to know. Other power draw examples, when you're like on the rail like that and you need to draw around a ball. Let's say we want to shoot this 6 ball next, so we need to draw around the 6 ball, and let's just go a couple rails just for the fun of it. Power draw. Whoops. Didn't judge it right. Try again. Loose wrist, low right. There we go. Now we can draw around for a cool little bank on the 6. I don't know why anyone would do this, but it's just fun. So just playing around with shots that you may need to do. That's probably a shot you may need to do. It's probably more realistic to do that if your 6 ball is down here and you're drawing back because there's blockers going forward. So you can just draw back, make the ball though. And then if you eventually keep going, you'll be able to get to the 6. Just common shots that you may just want to play around with. It's a lot of fun drawing the ball. It's not used too much in games. It is used, but not extreme power draws. But when it is, you better be prepared to execute the shot. Okay, so other draw shots, jump draw shots. So when you need to like jump over a ball or something like that, it's gonna be, let's move it to the side. My corner pockets don't like me hitting hard into them. When you need to jump over a ball, all you need to do is elevate. And let's say we need to draw back so we can shoot the 4 into the corner. So just elevate your cue. You need to find your right amount of elevation. If you don't elevate enough, you're going to run into the ball, obviously. If you elevate too much, you're not going to have enough backspin on the cue ball. So we're going to find our elevation point. It's going to be about, however much this is. This is about 30, 40 degrees. Hitting low on the cue ball and striking hard. And it sends our cue ball over the 6 ball and over there for the 4, but we keep missing these object balls, so see, we can just draw back for that 4. And now we would have a nice, easy run out 4-6. Just randomly hit the 6 anywhere. So, bam. Very fun shots. It can be useful. Jump draws do come up. If you need to avoid balls for position, that is a great way to go about that. It's also not too hard. Just we lost focus on making the object ball in the first shot. So don't make sure you don't lose focus on your object ball and just worry about position like I did in that first shot. Make sure you focus on your object ball more than your position. And let's move on. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button down below. If you want to be notified when I post again, you can click the subscribe button and then the bell icon right next to it. That'll just send you an email and a notification just telling you that I've uploaded some new content. If you guys liked this training ball that I use in the video, this is called the iCue training ball. You can order one of your own. I think they're about $20, $25. Not exactly sure on that, but $2 from each sale goes to the Boys and Girls Club of America. So it's a great investment for you and a great investment for the world. So $20, $25. It's on iCueclinic.com, or you can contact Thomas Van Eck. That's Thomas VanEck on Facebook, or I guess you could probably Google him and his Facebook comes up. But iCue, great training tool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 8,500 subscribers, and I will see you in the next video.